And what is it doing to you? I think you all know that's why you're here listening. I want you to take a step back and ask yourself, whose story is this? Like, really, whose story is this? It's your story, right? Now, I want you to really, really ponder on this and then think, why are you so stuck in justifying your mom's story and her actions, or your dad's story or your actions, while you say, yes, they did this, they damaged me this way, but you're finding a reason to justify that. That, though, is absolutely amazing, and I applaud you for that. To recognize that while you carry the pain is like, woohoo! Let's applaud you. I'm super proud of you. But darlings, this is complete disservice. Oh, disservice to yourself. And when you do disservice to yourself, when you don't stay real with you, you go down and down and down, and you drown in you don't even know what. Now, if you're here and you're listening and you say, yeah, she makes sense, but I know my mom, I know my dad, and we all know that. You are in the middle of the fog. They haven't walked in the middle. They're way behind, lost in that fog, while you're in the center trying to find yourself. You have to understand what you have to do for yourself. Okay, so you like, Mehwish, get to the point, right? Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to understand and do. Take a paper and a pencil, or go stand in front of a mirror, or go stand on top of a mountain, whatever works for you, and say your story, and say to yourself, your mom's actions, because of your mom's certain actions, you were hurt. Because of your mom's certain actions, you couldn't have the relationship with her, or you couldn't have the relationship with your father, or the way your father showed up as a male figure in your life. Your male intimate relations are messed up, or your friendships with the male gender are messed up, or vice versa, right? Whatever it is, right? And then, what are you doing here? You are going to disconnect the feeling of shame, guilt from yourself. And really going to step in a space where it's just you. You, your story, your emotions, your feelings, what you thought, what you felt, what you experienced. Okay? And say, this is the collateral damage done to me by my parents, and do not justify their actions. We are talking about you, right? And when we're talking about you, we are not adding emotions or words or a story that will tell our inner self that we cannot experience what we need to experience. So now you're going to stand here and say it out loud. Yes, my mom did that, and this is why I'm like that. I was hurt, and this is why I see life, and this is why I couldn't have that relationship with her. Or this is because of my dad that my intimate relations are messed up. And this, whatever that story is, you know the damage. So whatever that story is, you're going to stick with it. Nothing else, just you and your story. And when you do that, what are you doing? Something magical. Now you're opening a ball inside of you. And that ball, that lock, actually, is kind of like finally letting loose. And there's this amazing light immersing from inside of you. Because finally, your inner self, your gut, your emotions that are stuck inside of you are finally finding a path to process and let go, because now they are feeling heard, they are feeling seen, They are feeling understood without shame, without somebody else's story involved. It's just rawness of you and your authentic story. There is nothing else in it. It's you and your story. And you look at yourself and you cry and you say, I felt that. That's what my mom did. That's the damage my dad did. And I'm not going to justify their side of the story because it's not on me. And that doesn't make me bad. Okay? That's it, period. When you do that, I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better. So much better. Trust me, nobody's listening. Nobody's there. It's just you and them. It's just you and you, sorry. Right? Because either you're writing this down, either you're on top of a mountain screaming, or you're on top of a mirror in your bathroom. There's nobody there. So stop feeling shame and guilt. Like, oh, somebody hears this about me speaking like this about my parents. I'm going to be the bad one. Don't get in your head. Step out and validate your story for you. Now it doesn't stop here, okay? I don't know, maybe I should do this part in part 2 because it's way too long for you guys to process. Now, when you've done this, and be real, be authentic. Remember, it's just you. No justifying their story. Just you. The pain, the shame, the damage, everything you went through is valid, and you validating your personal experience in your personal space with no shame, with no judgment for yourself. Stop being overcritical towards your inner self, towards the experience that you had. Your body knows it. You know it. You saying it out loud, but then you just validating their side. You're accepting it, that's what they've done, but that's it. Where are the other steps? That's why you're stuck. So you're doing all these steps, okay? Excuse me. Here's what you do. Step number 2. And that is, you're going to take a paper and pencil, flip the page, and then you're going to take a paper and pencil, go on a neat new page, and then you're going to write what? You're going to step in and become your mother. I know the story doesn't look like one, but whatever, we're going to do with what we got. You're going to step into your mother. Now, this is the mother. She's going to hold the pen and she's going to write. And who is she writing to? Her daughter. And what the hell is she writing now? This letter from mother to daughter is an apology letter. An authentic, true apology letter. And you're going to pour yourself out, pour your emotions, pour your pain, pour your hurt in that. How? By immersing that your mother is acknowledging that and she's apologizing to you. And I'll tell you, I've done this. I've done it with clients. There's going to be a flood of endless tears. Maybe you cry for the minute you're writing, for the time being you're writing the letter. Maybe you cry for a day, maybe you cry for 2 days. Maybe the pain of so many years of suppression is going to take some time to process. So give yourself patience, compassion, okay? When you write this letter, and you're done writing and you've immersed completely and acknowledged completely what has happened, you can do step 2 and bring dad in there and write the letter from dad. Now this can vary. Maybe it's just one parent, maybe it's both parents, maybe one did more damage, one did less damage, or maybe whatever, But you're going to do this. You're going to do this, and then they're going to write you the apology letter. And it's going to be real. It has to be real. Otherwise, there's no point. And then you're going to bring yourself back in the third letter. And this girl in this letter is going to do what now? So now you've done the exercise from the mom apologizing to the daughter and the father apologizing to the daughter. Now the daughter on the third page is going to write a letter of how she wished her parents to be towards her, how she wished the ideal parents would have been for her, the ideal mom, ideal dad, how that would have felt for her, how her story would have been different, and everything Write it, be descriptive. The more descriptive you are, the more you're letting go of a lot of things inside of you. And then after you've done that, you can burn the letters, right? It's just going to give you the space to unlock something that's holding you back from so many things you don't know. You think that, oh, you're so aware of the damage your parents done that you're not going to do that to your kids. Bravo. But you are doing it in a different way and so unaware of it because you're still stuck with your own story. You haven't done that part. So when you've done these letters, when you've done all of this, what happens? Magic. It's transformational, guys. Believe me. When you validate yourself, your story, your experience, your pain, that is where everything changes. I'm telling you. I can swear you it does. Now you're going to step in and you're going to forgive yourself for not knowing better. You're going to forgive your mom. You're going to forgive your dad or either one. And that is going to come from a place of acceptance, of love, of care, with all authenticity, or rawness, or pureness. Now it's not going to be a fake facade where we have to carry ourselves in this culture and feel shame for calling out our parents for doing bad to us, right? And I'm not talking about parents who sexually abuse their kids or parents who are narcissistic. We're talking about highly toxic parents because we live in a highly toxic environment, right? So our parents are living in that fog. They've lived in that fog. And it's not our job to remove that fog for them. It's on them to do their bit, right? So now you're here and now you can look at your mom and dad. And now when you look at them, what happens? There are no two feelings attached. Now you look in them where you say, oh, I feel for them and I know she loves me. No. Now it's a different feeling. Now you stand and you say, what I felt, what I went through is valid. And I know where she comes from, but I know where I come from. And that's how we meet in between and bridge that gap, those cracks that were left in that path along the way, along the many years of our life in this relationship. You have made them go away in the true way, in the real way, right? Incredible, isn't it? Guys, why I'm telling you this is because now some of us, a lot of us, especially in my culture, they're just stuck. They know the damage, they accept the damage their parents have done, but they just don't want to come and say to themselves what they've experienced is right. So you have to acknowledge your experience separately, and there is no shaming on that because you already know that they didn't mean it. You already know they love you. You already know that story. But you have to do your bit to let go, to grow, to move forward, right? And trust me, it's going to be magical because all of the parts in your body are going to open. You're going to transform. You're going to be a new you. You're going to look at the same story that you've been looking at for years, from since as long as you can remember, and you're going to look at that story and say, oh, those puzzle pieces just now start to fit. I look at my story from a different perspective. It's the same story. Nothing has changed because you can't go change the past. It's just the way now you are envisioning it, the way you're looking at it, the way you are embracing it from every situation, from its wholeness, and knowing that you're in the center and you're in the core of it, and you bring that light. Once you accept, that light bulb turns on when you accept it. I'm going to wrap up. It's been an extremely long video. I think I'm going to make it in 2 parts. Not sure yet. Once I put it together, you know that. But the whole point is that I want you to understand when you're doing this exercise, it's not going to be as quickly as I'm saying it. It's going to take time. You know, when you do the first step, it's just to come to terms with the fact that you're going to just accept your story without involving your parents' story validation. It's going to take time. All of this is going to be gradual. It's going to be slow, small steps. So it's going to take time. So be patient. Don't rush with yourself. Embrace the journey. Okay? It's a journey to reclaiming your true self. It's a journey of repairing the damage. It's a journey of fixing what you thought could never be that beautiful. Right? The confusion will go. The bitterness, trust me guys, the bitterness, the resentment, all of that is going to go. It's going to be a phenomenal experience. But it's going to be painful. It's going to be hard. It's going to be dark. But there is always light at the end of the tunnel, isn't it? So be patient with yourself. And there are many little steps in the way, many strategies in the way that we could do, but that would be for those who want a one-on-one coaching or coaching, or who want to do this with someone, right? Otherwise, when you do it, you'll find your own way. The beauty of our story is that you don't have to have everything figured out. We do with what we have, and then our body teaches us and tells us what needs to be done. So don't shy away. If you can't do it alone, hop on, send me a DM. If you want to do it yourself, do it from a loving and a very compassionate and patient way. That's the only way it's going to work, guys. I'm sending you so much love, and I am super proud of you, and I am looking forward to hearing from your personal transformation through this journey.